joined now. Boy, Tone, we had about 3 people around us when we started the show, but we have about 100 times more than that now because the real stars have arrived. Damian Lillard, LaMarcus Aldridge joining us on set here at Trailblazers Playerpalooza. Guys, great of you on an off night to be able to do something fun like this with the fans. I know to be able to have this kind of closeness with you is a big deal for them. But we were saying in the first segment, with some of these things they got, these activities, I'm guessing some of this stuff might be fun for you guys as well to get with some of these activities. Will we see either of you on a mechanical bull or dunk tank or rock climbing, anything like that? You're going to leave that to the professionals?
I'm not getting on the bull. I would like to control it a little bit. So, I think that'll be more fun for me than jumping on there.
LA, no mechanical bull?
No, I'm not getting nowhere near that thing.
LA, I got a question for you, man. You're almost in the double digits now in terms of years in the league. Go back, man, 8, almost 9 years ago. What would you tell that LaMarcus Aldridge if you could go back in time and give him some advice?
That's tough. Just keep working hard. Don't listen to all the negative talk about you taking jump shots or your game. Just keep working hard. Stay in the weight room, and everything will work out for you.
LA, you did an interview and got everybody excited here locally because people that want you to stay in Portland forever, and your teammates too, saying that you're very open to the idea of signing a contract extension to stay here in Portland. Did you just feel that the time was right to say that? Did the question just get asked at the right time? Because obviously it was music to a lot of people's ears.
He just asked me, I told the truth. I love my teammates. This team is a really good team, and I feel like we can go far this year and then even further next year. So I'm gonna come back.
A lot of people, Dame, along those same lines, a lot of people are asking about this team and how it fits together. There's a little bit of an age difference, but for the most part, you guys are within the same range. You got to feel good knowing that you got a guy next to you that you can count on who wants to be here, who wants to be beside you, who wants to go into those trenches with you.
Yeah, I mean, it's a great feeling because it's guys that have been in the league. They've been on winning teams, they've been on losing teams, and they're not quite old. They right there in that same age range as I am and a lot of the other younger players. So it feels great to have that on your team, and especially with our success this season, knowing that it's not going to be one season and then some guys going to be retiring and leaving. We got a good ages on our team, so I think it'll be helpful going forward for us.
Earl was talking about the fact that he's been on some teams, but he was really surprised that the chemistry for you guys has come together so quickly. Obviously, you guys that were holdovers from last year, you had a good chemistry going anyway as well. But were you surprised at how quickly everything has come together? You guys, when you watch everybody interact, it seems like you guys have been together as a group a lot longer than you have.
I think just because everybody was so open to it. I mean, we welcomed our new teammates. We were excited to have them, and they were excited to be here. So that made everything easier. And just the fact that we're around each other a lot more this year, that helps too. I mean, even just after practice, guys are sitting in the locker room after practice, and the conversation will just go on and on. So that helps on the floor.
LA, you're one of the, in fact, you're the elder statesman on this team now in terms of guys who've been in Portland the longest. Speak to what Dane was talking about in terms of the differences between teams you've been on in the past here versus this team. Because this team, you were on a 13-win team, and that was great. This team is different, even more so than that team was.
Yeah, it's special. I've never been on a team to have players play so unselfish. We've had good teams, but this team, everybody makes that extra pass. Everybody wants to win, and I feel like I never, had this before, and I feel like we just click. It's a whole bunch of guys that, that want to win games.
You have to go back, guys, to 1990. That was the first. Well, that was the start of the season. That would be the first of the 2 runs for that team getting to the finals. You have to go back to 1990 for the last time a Blazer team has scored at least 98 points in 25 straight games. So it's amazing that offense has come so easily for you guys, and I know today's practice, everybody's saying afterwards, pretty good emphasis on defense. Is that where you guys see it as, and as Tony and I have said, it isn't as if you guys have to become the bad boy Pistons of the past defensively, but do you think that getting some improvement at the defensive end is all that stands in the way of having a nice long run in the playoffs because of how nice and easily the offensive end has come for everybody?
Yeah, I think so. I think right now we're the top offensive team in the league. But, the top teams in the league, they're all top offensive teams too, but defensively they get it done also. And if we want to be in that same category, we got to be able to do it on both ends.
LA, defensively, you're a different dude. I mean, I can go back to that 6'11", 230-pound cat who got pushed around a little bit, man. You are a different player on both ends of the floor. What's been, other than the weight gain and obviously a little bit of experience, what's been the biggest difference for you?
First, I'm going to say Will's just jinxed us by bringing up that stat. So thanks, Will, for pointing out that
See, I know
stat.
you guys are oblivious to any jinxing. That's what I'm thinking.
You just jinxed us, but, I think just being in the league, get more confidence, having experience in this role longer, it was a fast change for me. Brandon was the guy. Then he had got hurt really quick, so I was kind of thrown in. Now I've had more years, to be this guy, and I've gotten stronger. I'm just older now.
Is there a ceiling for? I'm asking both of you guys this question. Is there a ceiling for how good this team can be? Because it just seems like every time somebody tries to put you in a hole, you guys dig out of it and prove them wrong.
We control our own destiny, and by that I mean when we go out and we guard teams and we play defense, we can beat anybody in the league. But when we go out and we don't guard and we just try to just play offense only, then then we can lose to anybody in the league. So I feel like this team can go anywhere this year.
Dane?
I agree with what he said. He put it perfect.
I'm watching TNT last week, and they're showing Oklahoma City and Denver play. And Reggie Miller says, Oklahoma City, of course, they're battling with San Antonio for the best record in the West. And I kept waiting for some more to be said. And there wasn't any more to be said. So I tweet out to Reggie Miller, did you forget somebody? And so I know it bothers me because
everything bothers him.
Yeah, because I take it personally for you guys. I know how hard you guys work. That to not get the recognition nationally that you deserve. And it still seems like there's people that are waiting for things to fall. They're expecting jump shooting team. They can't keep being successful. They don't play enough defense, or the schedule has.
You mean Charles Barkley?
Yeah, well, he's kind of the leader of the movement. He's the leader of the movement,
right.
So, but I wonder, do you guys look at that as kind of, do you kind of just dismiss it? Do you laugh it off? Do you even hear about it, or does it kind of extra motivation to continue to show people, eventually, if we keep winning, somebody's got to talk positively about us. And I know people are starting to, but to me, not enough people are.
I think it is motivation, but I think a lot of guys on our team kind of just dismiss it, because the personalities on our team is more like, behind the scenes guys. We don't have a lot of loud guys in our teams. So I think it works better for us that way. When you got teams that are always in the spotlight and all these expectations, when things go wrong, then it's the end of the world for them. And we don't have to deal with that. So I think our team kind of likes it how it is.
Who is the rah-rah guy? Because you're right, there isn't a really an out front, ostentatious guy. Who's the rah-rah guy on this roster?
Wes. If I had to pick, I'd say Wes or Mo. Yeah. Like Mo got that type of energy about him, but I think as far as passion, I'd say Wes.
Wes, is it true? He says he never sleeps, and sometimes I believe it. Or it just seems like he's in a bad mood. Actually, when he started getting in a bad mood a couple of games ago, I think that was good because he said he'd been too friendly for a while. So I think he's the one guy that has to play angry. I think to get the best out of him. But he always has a little chip on his shoulder. But I like that. I think that's good.
I think the one thing that stood out to me this season too, LA, was I can't remember what game it was, but Nick came out in the second half and just killed it. And we talked to you after the game, and you were very specific in saying, Nick decided to put the popcorn down and come out in the second half. This is a different locker room that you guys can laugh and joke like that.
Yeah, I think, guys aren't aren't sensitive now. I think guys understand that it's about winning, and I don't talk often, so if I talk to you, it's about something serious. And I mean, I'm better at it, but I don't like talking, that much. Right. So it's like if I do, I think guys listen. I feel like Nick is so important to all of us that we need him, playing good for us.
Contrast that, LA, with Nate's last year, and you said afterwards that there were times you wanted to say something, but you didn't get a sense that those guys in that group, older guys, maybe playing for the next contract, didn't seem to maybe have the team goals in mind, that you didn't feel like you were comfortable enough to think that they would take it the right way. And so it ended up being a situation where guys were splintering and people weren't pulling in the same direction.
Yeah, that was different. That was, guys, trying to get one more deal, guys not playing minutes, and mad about that. But this team is different. We have a really good vets. Earl's a great vet, Mo's a great vet, D. Wright's a great vet. So those guys aren't, so headstrong about things. And then Earl, he's always talking to me about talking more. So, they always listen to me.
And Robin Lopez, I mean, now you guys have gotten to know him a little bit. He fits this city better than anybody on this roster. I'm not going to say any one way or the other. He is the most Portland dude on the entire roster.
I've been here longer than everybody so far, player-wise. And if I had to rate the top 2 players that belong here, Channing Frye and Robin Lopez. And Robin Lopez wins over right. Channing Frye.
He's a bigger, stronger player, more what this team needs for sure. But he's helped you out in terms of allowing you to be more of who you are.
Yeah, I mean, first I have to just say he's so selfless. He can go the whole game without getting one play call. And as us, we shoot it, so right. that's impossible for us. But he goes the whole game without no play call. He crashes the boards. He does all of the things that we need him to do. So that off top makes us better. But I think just having him to guard the actual 5-man, that's been good for me this year.
LA, obviously, your development as an all-star, and hopefully what Dame is going to experience an all-star for the first time this year, has made everybody's job easier. As you look at this young man develop, the game at Sacramento, for instance, almost single-handedly, what he did in the fourth quarter to bring the team back, it seems like he can go a ways without scoring a basket, and then he gets one to go, and there might be about 6 or 7 more after that are going to go. I mean, he's got a fire inside him that's pretty special, that I think is part of what makes him the player that he is.
Yeah, everybody knows, he has that chip on his shoulder. If he sees anybody in the other locker room, he wants to prove that he should be on the court and he's better than him. And he does go through times where he won't shoot for a while, but when he make 1 or 2, watch out. So he's great for us. And I saw it last year in Golden State when he got cooking did, and then I started watching him play. And like that's bad for me. I stopped going to the glass and stuff. But nah, he's fun to watch. People always comparing him and Brandon. Like they're both very elite players, but he's different. He can shoot it a lot better, and they're both just big time scorers.
Dame, how much fun are you having in the NBA? Not just the NBA, this year in particular. How much fun are you having right now?
I'm having a lot of fun. Last year I was just excited to be here, so I was kind of just going with the flow. I was happy about everything, and in the locker room I was laughing and dancing and messing around, and it might have been times where stuff wasn't funny, but I was, like I said, I was happy to be here. But this year is way more fun because we're winning. And it's to the point now that we've won so much so far that when we lose, I'm angry. I can't take it. So this year has been a lot more fun for me just because we winning so much.
Yeah, you mentioned that, and a lot of people have noticed the demeanor of you guys when you have had a rare loss, that you don't take it well, and that's probably why you've minimized the losing streaks, the just two-game losing streak to this point. And I think we knew coming out of training camp, you guys felt that you had a special group, and I think it's just taken a few other people a while to discover how special a group it is. But now a lot of fans I know have looked at this next road trip, and I know you guys are taught never to look too far ahead, but have you taken a peek and said, here's another chance for us to go out and try to prove ourselves against some of the best on their home court, that 4-game and 5-night trip that we're about to undertake after Wednesday?
I definitely have. I looked at it on the schedule, and I never even look at the schedule, but I knew we had a road trip coming up. And once I saw the teams that we're going to have to go visit, you know, I thought right away it's going to be a big trip for us, and it's a chance for us to go get, you know, some more wins on other people's court, you know, especially when it's probably not expected.
Have you guys gotten to the point now where we know what a great home court atmosphere this is here? I mean, there were people before the season started that people raised their eyes when LA said, I think we can be the 7th seed. I mean, people said, wait, what? And then now I'm sure 7th seed isn't enough for you guys. I mean, are you looking at it as, hey, we're almost halfway through the season and we're among the best in the NBA. We've played everybody almost. We should have beaten Miami. We've beaten Indiana. We've beaten Oklahoma City, beat San Antonio. And as you guys said, now to the point where I'm guessing the confidence is such that you think in a 7-game series you could beat anybody.
Yeah, you know, I think, you know, I knew from a training camp that this team was special. I never seen a group of guys come in and work so hard at playing defense. Like our first 3 or 4 days was like no offense, and like nobody complained. Like everybody did it. So when I saw everybody buy in to like let's guard first, let's play defense. And then it transitioned into preseason. You know, we were guarding teams really well. So after that, I felt really good about this team. And then now we beat really good teams and we're getting better. So I think our ceiling has raised. But like I said, it's on us to go out every night and play defense and stop waiting so late to actually guard guys.
We don't want to monopolize all your time. Thanks, guys, for coming on set. And I know a couple weeks ago, Dame was talking about that. He's very comfortable rapping a little bit, and he said, "When I get LA to rap, then I know."
I'm waiting on that. I'm waiting on a 4-bar Friday.
I get LA to rap, I know it's real. That's when I know it's real.
That's our next goal to be accomplished for this team. But Dame in LA, thanks for coming by. Enjoy the night tonight, and good day of practice tomorrow. We'll see you back here on Wednesday.
Thanks for having me.
Damian Lillard, LaMarcus Aldridge, terrific for them to come on by as part of this great Blazers Playerpalooza tonight.